Living.
We are alive. We are.
I can't do that accent. I ain't even gonna try.
I'm gonna eat cookies. I can't see my phone.
I can.
It's far away. Shut up, please, dog.
My dog thinks that even though I take him on walks and play with him, he just forgets that happens. So when he hears my voice, he's like, "Oh, Mom."
He's an idiot.
Must cry. Because we didn't play today.
He'll stop in a minute.
Eventually.
I'm gonna kill you, dog.
Please don't. I really like that dog. Prince! Stop!
He's not gonna stop. He's just gonna be loud.
Stop.
Hey, it's us
okay.
talking to us. That's weird. Hey guys, so let me show you.
Weird.
This is our back deck that we Hey, what's up, Pooh? What's up, man? To do equipment without competition. So you landed a jackpot to do equipment without competition. I don't know if you're aware of this, my brother, but there is some competition. There's about 5 or 6 equipment manufacturers in the country. So, and those are the big ones. There's a few smaller ones too. What's up, Tony? You got powerwash.com. You got Softwash Systems. Those are kind of our big competitors. The Power Wash store is a franchise. There's multiple locations of those guys. You got Midwest, Arkansas, Softwash System. So there's a good half dozen of them out there. But we're the best, right? Yeah. So this is what our entire house remodel was. Just started to be this. So I'd have me a back porch, back deck area. This used to be a sunroom that sucked. And this is better. Yeah.
Well, better.
We stay out here a lot.
Dad sleeps out here.
I sleep out here a lot. We got
like
coolers, we got the grill. So, what's up, Reggie? What's up, brother? And the backyard is filthy because the dog tears it up. But I love the back deck, man. It used to be a really crappy sunroom, and it was just there was bugs, and it wasn't sealed up good, so it wasn't any good as a sunroom, and it wasn't any good as a back porch. And our grill had to be down there, so you had to if you were grilling, you had to come out, go all the way down the steps, go over there to the grill, come all the way back up to the kitchen, and now it's just doop, 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 so.
And deal with the dog the whole time. These are good things.
Well, it started out as a back porch remodel, became a entire house remodel, so. Let me turn the camera just a smidge. Okay. Alyssa don't know what we're talking about.
No. We shall find out.
So, a little over a year ago, we started a new division for Southeast. What?
A year and a month ago. I kept track.
Okay. We started a new division for Southeast, which is her and her, used to be Ashley, but now it's her and Aaron doing their interior maid service. And it's been going great. They had a fully booked schedule, residential. They don't make a lot of money, but they make a paycheck for themselves and a tiny, tiny, tiny little profit margin for the company, right?
For the donut girls?
Not very much money.
We can afford to buy them donuts.
So today they had a meeting with a commercial client, and we won't say any names, but about $100,000 a year potential contract to get into commercial, which is not bad for 2 little girls, you know, and just basic cleaning. So they're just they're not doing anything crazy. So 100K is roughly the ballpark number there. But the problem is you'd either have to scale and hire 2 more people to do it, or lose all of your residentials and put basically all your eggs in that basket. Now, it would be a contract, so it's not like they could just fire you. There'd be some terms and stuff like that to figure out. But they went today and had a meeting with branch manager. Well, I guess basically like the president of all these different facilities. Yep. So it's a bank. I mean, I don't care if you guys know what it is, but how'd that go?
Well, as far as us liking them liking us, and actually wanting us to work for them, all of that went great. However, and I guess we would still have to talk to them and see if we can't convince them, but I don't know about that. They do not want us there while the lobby is open, which would mean, now there are 5 branches, including one here in town. The furthest one is about an hour and a half away, and the rest are located an hour away from here, so 30 minutes from the furthest one. They want them all done either before they open or after they close. Now, they open at 8:30, they close at 5. So Aaron and I are either working at 3 in the morning or coming home at about 11 o'clock at night.
Which is a
from
no-go.
the city an hour away.
Which is a no-go.
No.
So
we're not doing that.
here's a question though. Why is it a no-go? And here's the answer. Because it doesn't fit in your business plan.
No.
It's not in your map. Now, that highlights a bigger point. I see this a lot. A lot of guys, and this is just very translatable to dudes buying a skid and getting into the game, or buying a trailer or whatever. I would say 60% don't have a really good goal of where they want to be in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. They don't have goals. Or maybe they just have kind of very vague goals. And that's okay to not know exactly where you want to be in 10 years. But as you get into the business, as you start getting your equipment, by the end of year 1, you should really know where you're wanting to go with this thing. And that's the easy side of the equation. The difficult side of the equation is to know where you're at right now. That's the tricky one. So when you navigate somewhere, you pull out your phone and you GPS to somewhere, right? If we're going to go back to the Florida Keys, which we do,
yep.
It asks us 2 questions, whatever navigation system you're using, right? Question 1 is, where are you going? And that's the first question, is where do you want to be in that 1, 3, 5, and 10 year mark? A lot of guys just don't even have that answer. They're just kind of flying by the seat of their pants, and they make money, but they don't have a plan, right? So answer that question. But what's the second question that a GPS asks you?
When?
No, it doesn't ask you when.
Mine doesn't ask me anything.
You don't have
I have a stupid phone. No.
It asks you, where are you starting from?
Oh.
Right? Because you can start from 9 times out of 10, you're starting from current location, right? Unless you're just trying to see how long it takes to get from this place to this place, and you're not at either one of them. Most of the time, when we're GPSing, the 2 questions we get asked are, where are you going and where are you at right now? And then it's going to figure out how to get you from here to here. And that's the second big question, is where are you at right now? That's hard to know. That's very hard to know. In the gun training kind of world, that's the only other thing I have to go off of, guys. It's the only other thing I fool with. There's a statement that's said a lot. It's very accurate. Here's the quote: "You don't know what you don't know," and it's true. You don't know, like the things that you're unaware of or even out there and exist. How would you know about them? If you knew about them, you would be learning about them. But the fact that you're not even aware that it exists, you can't get there because you're not even sure where here is. Does that make sense? Example, we had a guy, actually it's a couple of guys, business partners, they purchased, I think, a skid last week. Jonathan was telling me this. He talked to him on the phone. They've been washing for 12 years, batch mixing, because they've just been so busy working the grindstone that they didn't stick their head up and realize there was other technology out there that
smarter way to do this
makes your life better. So they're like, holy crap, these things exist. And now they're getting they're in the queue now, so they'll be getting some equipment here, and life is going to be a whole lot better. But you don't know what you don't. They didn't know. They were not aware. So happens at the gun range. I take a guy to shoot, and in his mind, he's a good shooter. And then I shoot, and then he's like, "Oh crap, I suck." But if I went and trained with like a legit guy, I would suck, right? It's all relative about who you're hanging out with and who you're spiderweb on me. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm trying to come across as like Elon Musk and freaking Tim Cook. But the fact is that there's guys in the industry that are further along down the road than you, and you need to kind of look at what they're doing and try to emulate those things. It's honestly what we talked about at the very beginning of the video. I don't know who that was that said that I didn't have any competition. We do have competition.
Competition.
And I look at those guys, the big 4 or 5, and we're one of the big ones. We're actually the largest equipment manufacturer by volume for the exact equipment that we do. But there are other companies out there that are actually bigger companies than us. They do more things, and they're, a good couple $1,000,000 a year bigger than Southeast. But it would behoove me to look at those guys that are further down the road and emulate some of the things that they're doing and see if I can plug them into our business and be aware of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all relative. Like guys that are doing $50,000 a year, they need to look at the guy that's doing $250,000 a year and say, okay, what is he doing to get there? And number two, do I want to do that? Because you could go make $100K, but you don't want to do that.
Wake up at 2 a.m.
Your life's fine right now, right?
Yeah.
And so it would be detrimental to you and Aaron in just chasing the only thing money.
Yeah.
That would be a screw up because you don't need no money anyway. You live at home, you're good, you're making a paycheck. So you got to figure out where you're at. The guys that are doing $250,000 a year, they need to look at the dudes doing $1 million a year. And then the second question is, do I want to do all of that in the middle? Is it worth it? Do I want to pursue that goal? Maybe you just want to be, one truck, maybe two trucks, and you're wherever you're comfortable with being at in your life. I look a lot of times and I say, okay, Southeast could do X, Y, Z thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's at any point in time a dozen things that we could do that are probably $1 million ideas. Do I want to do them? Is Dad stressed out enough already?
Oh yeah.
I've got plenty of things to do. And so I weigh all these things out and I have to make a determination. The guys that are doing $10 million a year, they're looking at other guys, Hermosi and those guys that are doing, 20 and 30 and $50 million a year. But then the second question is, number one, where am I at? Number two, where do I want to go? The natural progression is to make more money, but there's a lot of, you're standing there and you're looking at all these different pathways and you're trying to pick which one you want to do. Mm-hmm. It's not for everybody to run 6 trucks. I mean, like right here where we're living. Okay, here's a good example. Could I run 4 trucks out of Roanoke? No, it wouldn't be profitable. It would be so much aggravation trying to stay booked because we live in the middle of nowhere. If you're in Atlanta now, right? If we were in one of the Atlanta suburbs, if we were in Texas, Houston, Texas, if we were in a major metropolitan area that had a few million people and the demographics supported it, and, the average income was there, and you got the neighborhoods, and you got the marketing, and you've got the drive to do that.
Then
so,
sure. Banana.
What question did you answer today in the meeting and in the drive home and in the analyzing, and then when you talked to me on the phone, is where you're at.
Oh, yeah.
But we figured out today where you don't want to go.
Mm-mm.
It's not all about, okay, option 2 would be to do what? Hire another crew.
Yep.
Do they exist?
No.
They don't exist.
The problem with that
Nobody wants to work.
My generation.
Go ahead and say that again.
My generation, we suck. Nobody wants to work, so.
Well, there's 2 problems, and some of that is just where we live and the kind of towns that these really rural, southern, Midwest kind of towns is people are content to be broke and poor and they cannot see opportunity, even if you're showing them opportunity. Saying, hey, I'll pay you and hire you and pay you this much money. They can't.
Everybody
it's just like, I don't want
right now is like, it's not like one of my buddies who he's 2 hours away from where his parents are, my age, and he's got this set thing. He wants to be a biomedical engineer. Got to go to college for that. These people that we would normally hire, they're just going to college because they don't know what else to do.
What question do you get asked a lot?
Are you going to college? Like, nah, because I'm making a lot of money right now.
But when you say you're not going?
Oh, we had one client, we don't work with her anymore. This is part of the reason that she was just like so on a high horse, better than literally everybody else. And I'm like, no, you're not. But she was also really difficult. It was almost every single time she would like belittle us. It's not like how like you have an older lady come up to church and it's like, so what are you doing? Like, are you going to college? No, this is like, so you're going to college? No. Well, girls your age, they really ought to be going to college. And they even, she got mad. She, got snooty with Aaron because Aaron's like, no, I don't have a boyfriend right now because all the guys around here suck. And she was like, you need to have a boyfriend? I'm like,
Don't worry about
stay out of my business.
So she's looking at you like if you're not going to college.
Something's wrong with you
Poor
if you don't
kid,
go to
I need
college.
to give you this advice because obviously,
No.
you need to go to college. No, it's not duh, you need to go to college.
I'm running a business.
You're making more than you would make in the top 10 career fields that you could
with
pick.
The one that
to.
I actually really wanted to do if we had gotten this bank job, and I would be making a little bit more than what the job I wanted to do, and that would be after about 5 years of college and 3 years actually being in it and building up. So
yeah, so you're talking about a debt and making no money during that 8 years.
Right. Yeah. So
which is fine if that's where your map. If you're here and you want to be here, that's fine. That's the path, right? But it ain't the path for everybody. And it's a big question you got to ask yourself is, where do I really want to be? I honestly did not ask that question when we started Southeast, the equipment side of Southeast. When we started doing that, it just kind of fell into it. We started the business in 2017, me and Dusty. I started in January. Dusty quit his job and came on board with me in February. And we were running the wash truck. Dusty really didn't know anything about washing, but I did. And 6 months later, he's pretty well trained. And so off we go. Life was great. We're making $200,000 a year, 2 guys in a truck, pretty laid back work days. And I wish, in a way, don't get me wrong, I'm super grateful for where we're at. And it's always been my decision to do things, but I've just kind of followed the flow of the way things were going. I see opportunity, we do it. I see opportunity, we do it. And I wouldn't change anything. I enjoy what we do, but I did not set out and say, I'm going to build a massive equipment company and all of the headaches that came with that. I've just had to learn as I went. It would be better to have a plan from the beginning, and you're not going to always be able to plan everything. You're going to pivot, you're going to have kind of a rough goal and then you change where you're at. But the big one, guys, that I see so many people, they just really don't know where they're at right now. And that's one thing that training events like Serious Starter or the one we've got coming up in February in Nashville, that's one of the big takeaways that it's hard to quantify. It's not a topic we're going to cover at the training event, but it's a thing you're going to learn by default. Your eyes are going to be open to what you did not even know was out there. That's one thing I keep hearing over and over by the guys. Some of the guys that have been at Serious, y'all comment down below. Serious Starter or Washathon did a couple of those events, and now we're going to be doing Washcon in February. It's not only all of the curriculum and the content that we came to teach, but it's this whole thing over here that, my God, my eyes have been opened as to what I did not even know was out there, was possible, was a thing, right? Here's an example. We had, Roanoke has this little thing called Fall on Main. What is Fall on Main? Describe it.
So.
Don't use bad words.
Basically, people forget that the word festival exists, and then they remember it, and they think that they can put it behind stuff, and it becomes a thing. But
it's just like
there are a lot of
citywide.
Some people have just
fair.
little crafts, but there are also some hidden gems. Like I came back and I was telling Dad, I was like, Dad, these young girls, 17, had this cupcake booth. They were really good, and I was like, why do y'all not have a shop here in town? Because they were sold out. They were having to apologize.
The example I was going to talk about was the massage thing.
Yeah, the massage guys,
so there's the little college, community college. They teach, what is this, LMT, licensed massage therapy.
That's what Aaron
so
wants to do.
You get a certificate and off you go. Well, I was telling the girl, because they were doing it for free, and they're trying to get their name out there. So it's the college has a booth, and there's 4 girls and the teacher ladies there. And I was like, so what's your goal when you get out of this little program? To get a certificate, and then what? She's like, well, I guess I'll open a business. Okay, so you're going to have a storefront?
You need to do it.
Or like a truck. You're going to do mobile in a big, yeah, I could do the mobile. Never thought about that. It's like, yeah, okay, so how are you going to market? What city are you going to go to? You're not going to be doing it in Roanoke, so you're obviously moving somewhere. And she's like, yeah, I'm from the beach. I want to move back down there. I guess I could do the truck thing. I said, sweet. You need to get a CRM. You need to get a website. And I'm telling her all this stuff. And she's like, whoa, wait, what are you talking about, CRM? A what? A this? Oh, that? They had no clue what any
Right.
of that stuff was. You're going to college, but you're going to leave college still handicapped because you didn't. You're opening a service business, and you don't know how to do it. You don't know how to get leads. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter if you're a plumber, electrician, HVAC guy, pressure washer, a painter, a massage therapist, a maid service. It's all the same thing. You don't know it. If you don't know, you just don't know. And so you're going to go get to figure it out, and it's going to suck. And not all of those industries, like massage therapy wouldn't be one of them, but fortunately in our world, pressure washing, exterior cleaning, the margins are so high that we're making so much money we don't really feel the effects of that learning curve that bad. But when you're, imagine if you were doing massages
Mm.
4 a day and you're doing $60, and by the time you factor out cost of, your fuel and your taxes and all this stuff, and your van or whatever, if you have a building, you got to pay rent on that. You're not making any money because you ain't got no leads.
In the
You don't
words
know all
of
that stuff.
Aaron,
Price
price gotta
go up. So
I'm stealing that.
wanted to do that video. We're gonna get off of here. Just a quick 10-minute live. It's been long. What have we been on? About 30 minutes. So know where you're at, okay, and know where you're going. And we're all learning. We're all none of us have arrived yet. We haven't figured it out, but know where you're headed to, and kind of know. Take a good. It's hard to do. It's hard to take a good third-person perspective of how sucky you are at something, and then you can start tweaking those things. That's why I don't do anything unless it's something I'm excellent at. Do I?
No.
I don't touch it.
That like
Sports, I ain't going on that field because I ain't good at it. I just don't do it. I can shoot guns and I can wash stuff. That's about it. So I stick to my lane. But if I wanted to go learn another thing, I would have to be honest with myself and say, look, man, I don't freaking know nothing about X part of this. I can't do X part of this. A lot of times we just get so equipment focused, and we think if we buy that gun, we can shoot. If we buy that rig, we got a wash business. If we
false.
It doesn't matter. Insert thing here, right? Whatever business. There's a lot more to it. So if you guys want to come out, hang out with us in Nashville, ticket sales are live. We sold a couple tickets today. Go to southeastsoftwash.com. Washcon's there on the training tab. Come out and hang out with us. That's me teaching washing and equipment and troubleshooting, that kind of stuff, how to wash. Mike Vadan's going to be there. Me and him are kind of going to bounce off each other. Mike's also going to be teaching how to go from a 1 truck to a 5 truck, right? That's what he's doing. Aaron's going to be teaching website SEO, kind of the dark magic stuff. And then Justin Rogers. Justin is like the ninja guru, wizard, genie in the bottle of social media. That's Orlando Bloom.
All right.
Yep.
Hi.
Yep. So he's Justin's got a huge social media presence. It's bigger
Probably
than
because he looks like Orlando Bloom.
No, he don't.
No, I'm just kidding.
He's got, I would say, bigger than every other pressure washing social media platform combined times 2. His is still bigger. So dude's got over 1 billion views. Did I tell you that?
No.
He's got over 1 billion views on social media.
The only time I hear about these people is when Aaron is actually here.
Why do you need social media? Well, because that's the way of the future.
You gotta build a presence.
That's the way of the future. That's how you get in front
That's
of eyeballs.
how this bank found out about us.
Social media. So all those 4 things are going to come together to give a really good, cohesive business plan. So if you're weak in any of those areas, that's a good thing to come out to. It ain't cheap because I'm expensive. I'm very busy. So get me out of the shop for a couple of days. We are, very cool though, haven't announced this yet, I guess, till right now. We are giving away a $25,000 trailer at Washcon. So everybody that gets a ticket is going to get a chance to win a 8-gallon a minute soft wash, pressure wash, fully built out Southeast trailer. So that'll be cool.
Can we bring our wizards?
No, can't bring your lizard.
Not bring wizards.
All right, guys, we're going to get out of here and go to bed. Sleepy. Got to build some stuff tomorrow. I think we're rolling out 7 or 8 units this week. Still got a few left over from last week that did not get picked up. Good productive week. You got stuff to clean tomorrow?
We got crap to clean tomorrow. We actually had to push about 2 of our houses to tomorrow so that we could clear up time for this business meeting.
I think I keep seeing Steve Lawrence in there. What's up, brother? I can see y'all's little avatars and they're very tiny. You're about the size of half of an M&M mini because you're way over there. But I can see Wild West and Steve in there. Yep. The ones that I recognize your avatar there because I see you guys all the time. hope y'all are having a great, kind of winding down the busy season. Still got plenty of time to get out there and make some money before the winter hits. Where we're at, we wash year round. So um, Christmas lights, a lot of guys are getting. Actually, we're having that done here at our house. So one of the guys local that bought a trailer from us, Caleb Dabbs, I don't know if he's in here, but Patriot Exterior Cleaning. Caleb picked up his trailer in February. He's over $100,000 and he lives in Roanoke. You guys that have been to Roanoke know that that's pretty impressive. But he's also doing Christmas lights this year, and we're going to be his first customer for Christmas lights because we've never done Christmas lights.
No.
I like the idea of Christmas lights.
We just don't have the patience.
I just don't want to do it.
We're not the dad from National Lampoon.
No, I'm not going to do it. But I'll pay Caleb to do it, and maybe it'll look good. So hope you guys are having a great kind of last few months of the season. And, yep, that's it. We'll see you later. Bye.